Hi, I'm Silke. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I'm a psychologist and life coach, and I make videos for handling typical social interactions like talking to your boss or like talking to your colleagues or about conflict management and stress management. Have you ever found yourself in a heated conversation, feeling misunderstood and frustrated? What if I told you there's a simple shift in language that can help diffuse tension and improve your communication skills dramatically? Today, we are exploring the power of I and you statements, your new secret weapon for smoother conversations. Effective communication is the cornerstone of healthy relationships, whether personal or professional. A key component of effective communication is understanding how word choice can impact the conversation. I statements and you statements play a crucial role in this dynamic. Understanding the definition of I statements, the reasons for using them, and how they can help in avoiding and resolving conflicts can transform your interactions. So let's dive into the concept of I statements, which are a powerful communication tool designed to express our emotions and experiences while fostering understanding and minimizing conflict. So, what exactly are I statements? Well, at their core, I statements are expressions that center around your own feelings and your own experiences. They are crafted in a way that avoids placing blame or casting judgment on others. For instance, instead of saying, "You make me upset," you might say, "I feel upset when this and that happens." This subtle shift in language can make a significant difference in how your message is received. To describe it a bit deeper, I statements often follow a specific structure. You first name your emotion, how you feel, then you describe the situation when you feel those emotions, and then you give a reason. This format emphasizes personal responsibility and self-awareness, which can be incredibly empowering. By framing your feelings in this way, you reduce the chances of the listener becoming defensive. It's a way of owning your emotions and clearly articulating them without pointing any fingers. Imagine a scenario where you might say, "I feel frustrated when meetings start late because it disrupts my schedule." This statement is clear, honest, and considerate, focusing on your experience rather than accusing others. Now, why should we make a habit of using I statements? The first reason is that they help us take responsibility for our own emotions and actions. In doing so, we create a space for open dialogue without making the other person feel on the defense. This approach naturally fosters empathy and understanding, paving the way for more productive conversations and making it easier to reach a mutual resolution. When both parties feel heard and validated, finding common ground becomes much more achievable. Now, the second reason for employing I statements is their ability to express feelings and needs without blaming or criticizing others. By concentrating on personal experiences and emotions, I statements cultivate an atmosphere of understanding and empathy. This approach encourages open dialogue and can lead to more constructive conflict resolution. For example, in a workplace setting, saying, "I feel overwhelmed when I receive last-minute assignments because it affects my ability to meet deadlines," communicates your feelings and the impact of the situation without attributing fault. It opens the door for a discussion about workloads and deadlines, potentially leading to a more supportive environment. In personal relationships, using I statements can transform the way we communicate. Instead of escalating a disagreement with accusatory language, saying something like, "I feel hurt when plans change at the last minute because I value our time together," can help your partner understand your perspective and work towards a solution. This method not only clarifies your feelings, but also invites the other person to share their own, promoting a healthy and understanding dialogue. Now let's explore the dynamics of I versus you statements, which are crucial in shaping our communication and the outcomes of our interactions. To begin with, you statements often have a way of pointing fingers and assigning blame, which can unfortunately lead to conflict. These statements tend to be accusatory, often making the listener feel attacked or defensive. For example, imagine saying, "You never listen to me." Such a statement can quickly escalate a disagreement because it feels like an attack on the listener's character or actions. In contrast, saying something like, "I feel ignored when you don't respond," opens the door for a more productive and understanding conversation. It shifts the focus from blame to expressing personal feelings, which can foster a more empathetic dialogue. Understanding the impact of I versus you statements is crucial for anyone looking to improve their communication skills. I statements facilitate a non-confrontational dialogue by focusing on the speaker's feelings rather than the listener's actions. And this subtle yet powerful shift in language can significantly alter the tone and outcome of a conversation, making it more likely to end in mutual understanding rather than conflict. When we compare I statements to you statements, the difference becomes clear. For instance, "You never listen to me" sounds accusatory and can make the other person defensive. On the other hand, I statements such as "I feel unheard when we talk" open up space for discussion and understanding, allowing both parties to express their feelings without feeling attacked. All right, I'm going to explain now why I statements are incredibly useful tools for avoiding and resolving conflicts. Well, they help keep the focus on finding a solution rather than on assigning blame, right? We talked about that, which is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships. To effectively use I statements, start by expressing how you feel, then describe the behavior that affects you, and finally explain why it impacts you. For instance, you might say, "I feel stressed when deadlines are missed because it puts pressure on our team." This statement clearly communicates your feelings and the reasons behind them, encouraging the listener to empathize and respond positively. Let's now look at some examples to illustrate the power of I statements. Instead of saying, "You're always late," try saying, "I feel frustrated when meetings start late because it affects my schedule." Do you see the difference? It's about expressing how you feel without blaming the other person. To effectively use I statements, it's important to be clear and specific. Here are some examples that further illustrate their application. "I feel upset when plans change at the last minute because I value my time. I'm worried when you don't call after work because I care about your safety. And I feel overwhelmed when the workload is uneven because I want to contribute equally." These statements convey emotions and reasons very clearly. Now, to implement I statements effectively, just follow these steps. First, identify your feelings. Before speaking, take a moment to recognize your emotions and ask yourself what you are feeling and why. Second, describe the situation. Clearly articulate the specific situation or behavior that affects you. And third, express the impact. Explain how the situation impacts you and why it matters. This helps the listener understand your perspective without feeling blamed. Finally, invite dialogue. Encourage the listener to share their perspective, fostering a two-way conversation that can lead to resolution. Let me name you several benefits when using I statements in conflict resolution. They reduce defensiveness, they promote empathy, and they encourage constructive dialogue. By focusing on personal experiences rather than assigning blame, I statements create a safe space for both parties to express themselves and work towards a solution. In summary, mastering the art of I statements can transform the way we communicate, making our interactions more understanding, more empathetic, and ultimately more effective. And there you have it. By incorporating I statements into your communication toolkit, you are taking a significant step toward navigating conversations more smoothly and fostering healthier, more understanding relationships. This approach is not just about altering the words you use, it's about shifting your mindset to focus on personal experiences and emotions, which allows you to express your needs without making others feel bad. Imagine a scenario where you're feeling overwhelmed at work because a colleague consistently misses deadlines, impacting your ability to complete your tasks. Instead of saying, "You always miss deadlines and make my work harder," which can sound accusatory and provoke defensiveness, you might say, "I feel stressed when deadlines are missed because it affects my ability to manage my workload effectively." This way, you are expressing your concern and how it impacts you, which is more likely to lead to a constructive conversation. Remember, the ultimate goal of using I statements is to communicate openly and honestly, creating an environment where understanding and cooperation can thrive. When you focus on your own experiences and feelings, you invite the other person to understand your perspective without feeling attacked. This shift not only helps in resolving conflicts, but also promotes a deeper level of empathy and connection in your interactions. As you practice using I statements, you'll find that they not only assist in resolving existing conflicts, but also enhance your overall communication skills. This is because they encourage a habit of reflection, allowing you to better understand and articulate your own feelings and needs. Embrace this approach and watch as your relationships flourish with the power of empathetic and effective communication. By consistently applying I statements, you will likely notice a positive change in how others respond to you, as well as in how you feel about your interactions. This method encourages both parties to focus on solutions rather than problems, leading to more productive and positive outcomes. And over time, as you become more accustomed to this style of communication, it will become second nature to you, and the benefits will extend beyond just conflict resolution. You'll likely see improvements in all areas of communication, whether at work, with friends, or with family. This approach not only transforms individual conversations, but also contributes to building a culture of open, empathetic communication in your broader social circles. So take the leap, practice regularly, and observe how I statements can truly transform your communication landscape for the better. All right, I hope you liked this video and more importantly, found it helpful. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss any of my future new videos. Also, if you subscribe, it really helps my channel grow and it helps me make more helpful content for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in my next video.